I'm not the kind of guy that would typically come out here and be like, I told you so, but I told you so. Hello YouTube, it's me, it's Michael B. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the proof now. After the port data came out the other day, an official picture has leaked that shows there is in fact a Golden Tee X Midway collaboration cab coming to Costco. In fact, it's already at one of the stores. It's an Arcade Classics. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate your support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all that YouTube jazz. So guys, you may have seen the video I did last week talking about the Golden Combat, this new supposed Arcade1Up XL cab that was going to be a combination between Golden Tee and Midway Legacy. Now, a lot of people looked at this announcement and said, Mike, you're totally wrong. There's no validity to this. You'll notice there's a, right here, a missed comma on the page. Instead of it saying Golden Tee, it's Gold E, comma, NT 3D. And people were saying, no, this is a Midway Legacy cab coming to Costco. You're completely wrong on this one. Missed comma, there's no way they would do this collaboration cab. So rumors and speculation were running wild about what this Midway X Golden Tee crossover could be. Like I said, a lot of people were still hoping for two separate XL cabs or just a Midway Legacy, but we all kind of made fun of it and said it's going to be Golden Combat. This is a mock-up James Hates Everything had done. I did one similar for my thumbnail, and everybody was thinking it was going to be an XL Mortal Kombat X Golden Tee. Now, this seemed like an absolute abomination, something nobody would want, that there's no reason for this thing to exist. No arcade recreation out there ever would have this combination. So, this looked like a total miss, right? Well, last night I was lucky enough to have my buddies and positive people from the community, PD7 and Cornercade, on my chillin' chat, and we actually went back and looked at Multicade history, and we did come across this Arcade Legends Golden Tee X Multicade cab. So this one had a bunch of other games on it from Atari, other companies, and I said, you know what, it's very possible it could be just something similar to this, and at least there's some history out there, and it doesn't look that bad for Multicade fans. Well, turns out I was actually right. After going and finding these Multicades, other people had sent them to me as well. I can't take full credit for it. And what they have actually done there is built off these other Arcade Classics Multicades that are out there, even having the same branding. And what we get is, in fact, a new Golden Tee 3D XL cab. I mean, it is the year of Golden Tee after all, so it looks like it has the exact same form factor as Golden Tee with a modified control panel to really work with the other games. And the other thing here that people are going to look at the game selection. It has every single game that's on the Golden Tee 3D XL cab, as well as the Golden Tee 3D Deluxe cab. Plus, it has a host of Midway Arcade Classics, however, no Mortal Kombat in sight. So, this is the box that's currently out there at Walmart. I'll go a little bit smaller so you guys can see. This is the picture that showed up, leaked picture that showed up at a Costco, so you can go check your local Costco's. This may be available right now for most people, but here you can see it. Here's the Arcade1Up XL size branding. Then underneath that, we have the cabinet itself, which, like I just mentioned, is that Golden Tee form factor. It's got a split marquee with some generic Midway up there, and then on top of it, it's got Arcade Classics branding. This is the cab that, you know, we just talked about for the Arcade Classics in the Golden Tee 3D form factor, 20 games, and for people that are concerned, it has the old BOE monitor, the old TN monitor that was so bad. I will tell you, this does have a BOE, so it is an updated monitor. Then it lists all the Golden Tee games that you could get on it, and all the Midway games. So there's a couple ways to look at this. One, of course, is obviously for people like me who are looking for a brand new arcade recreation in the XL size form factor, this isn't it, Chief. But for those of you out there that are looking for something that just has a bunch of games on it, doesn't look terrible, too terrible, and you can pick it up for a reasonable price for an XL cab, this might just be for you. So let's take a look at some of the positives and some of the negatives about this supposed release. First up, positive. It's another XL cab, XL size. It's got very specific branding. That means the XL line isn't dead for XL fans. That's one positive. Another positive is the cab doesn't look too terrible. We can't really get a good look at it from this angle, but it looks like it's just Golden Tee cab with some extra Midway branding on it, and of course that Arcade Classics logo, so not too terrible. Another positive is 20 friggin' games, man. This is the most games that have ever come on an Arcade1Up for people looking for that. I know Atari 50th had more, but 20 arcade games, and you're getting quite the lineup. I mean, every game that was on the Golden Tee 3D XL cab is there, including Shuffle Shot and World Class Bowling. But if you go over to the Midway section, the Midway section is actually pretty luxe. No Mortal Kombat, but you're getting a ton of classic arcade games. You got Root Beer Tapper, Rampage, Gauntlet, Defender, Joust, Gorf. This is the first time ever Gorf has been on a stand-up arcade from Arcade1Up, previously only on the Defender Partycade and also the MK Cocktail Table. Of course, it's not the right way to play Gorf. You want a flight stick, but it's on there for those who want to play. Then it also has Sinistar, same deal as Gorf. It's only on the Defender Partycade and the MK Cocktail Table before. I don't know what the control sticks are like, but hopefully it's a 49-way stick so you can play Sinistar correctly. Of course, it also has Tubin, Clax, Wizard of War, which is a great game, and I loved Bubbles. And last but not least, man oh man, they stuck Paperboy on this. Hopefully Paperboy's funner to play with a trackball than it is with a joystick, but you can play Paperboy as well. So it has 20 games. Like I said, it doesn't look terrible, and for those of you looking for something, I mean, there is retail commercial arcades out there based on Midway Arcade Classics that are part Golden Tee, part Midway, so this is based on some kind of reality. Those are some of the positives. The negatives, of course, if you're looking for a classic arcade recreation, I mean, I would have much rather preferred this to be an XL Defender, XL Sinistar, XL Bubbles even, XL Tapper, anything, even Rampage would have been better than this for arcade recreation side, but I mean, it's not terrible. I'm going to say it over and over again. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Still not my jam, but yeah, this is it. So let's see if we can see anything else from the box here. I'll blow it up. So we've got light up marquee, branded light up marquee, dual speakers, 19-inch LCD screen. It doesn't say if it's BOE, but from my understanding, they stopped using the TN monitors on these, so I'm guessing it's going to be BOE. We've also got light up buttons, which is a weird choice, but I mean, they use light up buttons on the Pac-Man last year. Going down, we've also got light up faux coin doors, same as the Pac-Man, so that's my guess. This is going to be a BOE 19-inch monitor with light-up buttons and a light-up coin door, so lots of cool stuff there. The branding's okay. For those of you not familiar with the Arcade Classics cab, let me give you a couple more examples here to kind of put your mind at ease. So here is a picture of an Arcade Legends cab. You can see the similar branding right there, a little bit different. This was a line of multicades people used to be able to buy, all was in the Golden Tee form factor. You go down here, you might like the art more on this. It's kind of reminiscent of like the front of the original At Games Legends Ultimate kind of thing there with the different logos, but you've got some Taito games on this, Elevator Action, Arkanoid, Quicks, Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, and then I'm going to show you another picture here. There you can see the control panel. It had more of a fight stick on top of it, also having the trackball. So that's the arcade itself. Doesn't look terrible. That's definitely what Arcade1Up were taking into consideration when making this mashup cab. Now here's a look at the other side of an older Arcade Legends cab. This is a Golden Tee in combination with Atari, and this is what I heard the original mashup might have been. You can see Crystal Castle, Super Breakout, Tempest, Centipede, Missile Command. I mean, with that big Golden Tee trackball in the middle, this definitely makes a lot more sense than the Midway games, but I mean, who am I to say? I mean, one of the things with Arcade1Up, I mean, branding and licensing is tough. It's tough to get companies to share revenue on a toy, but, you know, they did it here. They got Midway to jump in. Atari probably would have made more sense, but maybe they felt more comfortable in the Midway branding and the Midway games. Like me personally, yeah, I think Atari would have made better sense here. I definitely would have been more interested in playing a Centipede, you know, a Tempest, or Crystal Castles, or a Missile Command with that big Golden Tee trackball. With the Midway games that's included, it doesn't really make sense. So anyways, guys, there it is. The Midway Legacy X Golden Tee Arcade1Up XL cab is in fact real. Not an error on the shipping invoice. And guess what? Believe it or not, it's available at Costco's right now, so you might want to reach out to your Costco's if you're interested. It's going to be very similar to last year with the Pac-Man XL. I mean, this is going to be out there. People are going to be looking for it if they're interested. So there it is. How we got there, I mean, we heard about this. They went in with another cab, came out. This is what Costco wanted. Is this a good, you know, arcade recreation for the classic fans that wanted recreations? No, of course not. This is something that plays just to the general masses. This is what Costco wanted, and Arcade1Up delivered. But I will say, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not even terrible. Actually, I think this is pretty cool for people that are okay with things that aren't arcade recreations. Again, I have to state it, not something I want, but honestly, man, 20 games, 20 really good games. You know, the quality of what Arcade1Up puts out in terms of their emulation. You're going to be able to play Golden Tee, plus a bunch of other stuff. It'll be interesting to see what people think of it when they get it. You get a 19-inch BOE monitor. You're getting light-up buttons, light-up coin door, faux molded coin doors. So there's a lot to like about this. If you want like a general multi-cade with a bunch of games, like if you want one XL cab, this might be a good fit for you. I mean, or you get a Nat Games Legends Ultimate. The choice is entirely up to you. Do what you want to do, right? Again, probably not something I'm interested in, but not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. So anyways, guys, I want to hear from you now. We don't have a ton of information. I mean, this is just a picture from a local Costco, but what do you think of the Arcade Legends Golden Tee X Midway Legacy Cab from Arcade1Up in the XL form factor? Is this something you're interested in? Would you possibly pick this up? Or are you like me and said, I was kind of hoping for an arcade recreation. This doesn't do it. You're not interested in picking it up. And if you're an XL fan, are you disappointed that this year, since we're only getting one XL per year, it's not something like a Mortal Kombat or a dedicated arcade cabinet? This is funny because I own all the XL cabs so far, but this is one I'm probably not going to grab. It's weird. It doesn't do the jam for me, so I won't have a complete XL collection anymore. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.